When I had my first baby, I remember sitting on the bathroom floor at 3 a.m., sobbing so hard I couldn't breathe. Not because the baby was crying, she'd finally fallen asleep after 4 hours of rocking. I was crying because I'd been awake for 72 hours straight and couldn't remember if I changed her diaper or fed the dog or even what day it was. That breaking point? 7 out of 10 parents lose an average of 3 hours of sleep every night in their baby's first year. That's 133 nights of sleep gone before your baby turns 1. So, today, I'm walking you through the 10 most powerful confessions from parents who hit rock bottom with sleep deprivation and the exact strategies they used to climb back out. These 10 recovery methods include the emergency nap protocol that saved one mother's sanity, the night shift system that prevented a divorce, the 15-minute reset that stops you from completely losing it, and the support network hack that actually works when everyone says, just sleep when baby sleeps. You know what nobody tells you about extreme sleep deprivation? It's not just about being tired. Being awake for 24 hours can have the same physical and mental effects as having a blood alcohol content of 0.10%. We're talking decreased coordination, impaired judgment, and reaction times so slow you shouldn't even be driving. Yet here we are, taking care of the most vulnerable little humans while basically operating drunk. The first confession comes from a mother in California who told me, I was making coffee at 2 a.m. and poured the entire pot onto the counter because I forgot to put the cup under it. Just stood there watching it spill everywhere, too exhausted to even react. Sound familiar? 71.91% of parents get insufficient sleep 3 nights a week or more. And when you're running on empty like that, your brain literally cannot function properly. Here's what she did that changed everything. The emergency nap protocol. Instead of trying to power through, she started treating extreme exhaustion like the medical emergency it actually is. The moment she noticed 3 warning signs, forgetting basic tasks, feeling disconnected from reality, or having physical symptoms like dizziness, she would immediately implement her emergency protocol. Text her neighbor with the code word SOS, hand over the baby for exactly 90 minutes, and sleep. Not fold laundry, not scroll her phone, sleep. Even a 20-minute nap during the day can help reduce fatigue and restore some energy. This wasn't about being weak. This was about survival. Next, you need to understand the night shift revolution. One father from Texas shared, we were having screaming matches at 3 a.m. over whose turn it was. Both of us were so destroyed, we couldn't even remember what we were fighting about the next morning. Couples have their worst fights when they are either sleep deprived or intoxicated. And guess what? Sleep deprivation mimics intoxication perfectly. Their solution completely transformed their survival rate. They created on and off nights where one parent sleeps in a completely different room with earplugs and white noise while the other handles everything. No negotiations, no guilt, no quick questions in the middle of the night. The off-duty parent is dead to the world from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. They alternate every other night, and suddenly both parents are getting at least 1 full night of recovery sleep every 48 hours. If you sleep with a partner with whom you share parenting duties, a common mistake new parents make is to both be awoken by the baby at night. The third strategy is the 15-minute reset that saved a mother in New York from what she calls the darkness. She confessed, I found myself standing over the crib at 4 a.m., and for a split second, I understood how shaken baby syndrome happens. That terrified me more than anything. This is the reality nobody wants to talk about. 8 in 10 parents feel heightened parenting stress or guilt when sleep deprived. Her reset technique works like this. The moment you feel that surge of rage or desperation, you put the baby in a safe place, crib, playpen, bouncer, and you walk away for exactly 15 minutes. Set a timer. Go outside if you can, even if it's just your backyard in your pajamas. Breathe deeply. Cry if you need to. Scream into a pillow. Those 15 minutes of stepping away when you're at your breaking point can prevent you from doing something you'll regret forever. The baby crying for 15 minutes in a safe space is infinitely better than what could happen if you don't take that break. Your fourth step is the vulnerability announcement. A mom from Michigan told me she'd been pretending everything was fine until the day she showed up at her mother's house and collapsed. I hadn't showered in 5 days. I was hallucinating from exhaustion, and I couldn't stop shaking. Here's what shifted everything. She finally told the truth. She sent a group text to her family and close friends. "I'm drowning. I need help. This is not working." Within 24 hours, she had a meal train organized, someone coming to hold the baby for 2 hours every afternoon so she could sleep, and her sister taking 1 overnight shift per week. There is no need for both parents to be awake in the middle of the night after countless nights. The shame of asking for help is nothing compared to the danger of trying to survive alone. Now, researchers discovered something shocking about recovery sleep. Sleep problems may contribute to a vicious cycle between sleep and the persistence of depression after the birth of a child. But here's the powerful part. When parents finally start getting consistent sleep, even broken into chunks, the improvement is dramatic. One father shared, "I thought I needed 8 straight hours to feel human again. Turns out, 2 3-hour stretches changed everything." The fifth confession that will stay with me forever comes from a mom who said, "I was so tired I put my keys in the fridge and the milk in my purse. Didn't realize until I got to the car." But here's where it gets interesting. She started tracking her danger zones. Most parents hit their absolute worst between 3 and 5 a.m. and again around 2 and 3 p.m. Once she identified her patterns, she scheduled her support during those exact windows. Her mother-in-law now comes every day from 2 to 4 p.m., not to help with chores, but specifically so she can sleep during her danger zone. Strategy 6 is what I call the bathroom breakdown protocol. One dad confessed, "I locked myself in the bathroom and just sat on the floor for an hour because I couldn't face another minute of screaming." Instead of seeing this as failure, he turned it into a legitimate coping strategy. Now, whenever he hits that wall, he announces, "Bathroom break," hands the baby to his partner, and takes 10 to 20 minutes completely alone. No guilt, no explanation needed. It's understood in their house that bathroom breaks are sacred mental health time. The seventh game changer addresses revenge bedtime procrastination. 95.33% of parents participate in revenge bedtime procrastination because of a lack of free time. One mom told me, "I'd finally get the baby down at 11 p.m. and then stay up until 2 a.m. scrolling my phone because I needed something that was just for me." Sound familiar? Here's the shift. She started scheduling me time during daylight hours instead. Even 15 minutes of reading or watching her show while the baby was in the bouncer felt more satisfying than 3 hours of exhausted scrolling at midnight. Your eighth strategy might sound extreme, but it works. A couple from Washington State confessed they were so destroyed by sleep deprivation that they hired a night doula twice a week. "We couldn't afford it, but we also couldn't afford to fall apart," the mother said. They cut their grocery budget, canceled subscriptions, and asked for night doula funds instead of baby clothes for gifts. Those 2 nights of full sleep each week literally saved their marriage and possibly their lives. Mothers' and fathers' sleep quality and depressive symptoms were correlated, and maternal sleep quality predicted paternal depressive symptoms. When one parent crashes, it takes down the whole family. The 9th confession comes with a warning. A mother from Canada shared, "I fell asleep while driving with the baby in the car. We hit a curb and the jolt woke me up. That was my rock bottom." After that near tragedy, she implemented the no-drive rule. If she'd had less than 4 hours of sleep in 24 hours, she didn't drive, period. She used delivery services, asked for rides, or simply didn't go anywhere. The inconvenience was nothing compared to the alternative. I saved the most powerful for last because this one confession changed how I think about the whole journey. A father of twins told me, "At 6 weeks, I was Googling, 'Can you die from lack of sleep at 4 a.m.?' I genuinely thought I might not survive this." Here's what saved him: radical acceptance combined with micro-recovery. Instead of fighting against the reality or waiting for it to get better, he accepted that this was temporary battlefield conditions. He stopped trying to maintain his pre-baby life and went into pure survival mode. Shower? Optional? Proper meals? Frozen pizza counts? Clean house? Not happening. But here's the key. He used every single opportunity for micro-recovery. Baby sleeping for 20 minutes? He slept. Someone offered to hold the baby while he was at the pediatrician? He napped in the waiting room chair. 45% of parents surveyed admitted that they tried to nap while baby napped, but the successful ones treated it like their job, not an option. You know what all these parents told me? They wish someone had given them permission to stop pretending they were okay. They wish someone had said it's normal to fantasize about running away, to resent your baby at 3 a.m., to cry in the shower every morning. These feelings don't make you a bad parent. They make you a sleep-deprived human being trying to survive an impossible situation. The research is clear. People with insomnia are significantly more likely to have depression compared to those who get enough sleep. This isn't about being weak or not cut out for parenthood. This is about biology. Your brain needs sleep to produce the chemicals that regulate your mood, help you bond with your baby, and keep you functioning as a human being. Here's my challenge to you. Pick just one of these strategies and implement it tonight. Don't wait until you hit rock bottom. Don't wait until you're Googling, "Can sleep deprivation cause hallucinations?" at 3 a.m. Spoiler, yes, it can. Whether it's setting up your first off night, sending that vulnerability text, or scheduling your emergency nap protocol, take action now. Caribbean mothers have always known something the research is just now proving. It really does take a village. My grandmother used to say, "A mother who doesn't rest is like a car running on fumes. Eventually, she'll break down on the side of the road." The difference is, when you break down, you're not just stranding yourself. You're stranding that precious baby who depends on you. So here's the truth nobody wants to say out loud. Those first months with a baby, they're not supposed to be beautiful. They're supposed to be survived. And surviving means doing whatever it takes to get through with your sanity and safety intact. Every parent I interviewed for this said the same thing. It does get better, but only if you make it through. And you can't make it through if you don't get sleep. If you're ready to stop just surviving and start actually recovering from sleep deprivation, I've created something special for you. It's called the Sleep Survival Blueprint, a detailed guide that includes all 10 of these recovery strategies, plus emergency protocols, sample schedules, and scripts for asking for help. You can grab it below this video. But more importantly, share this video with another exhausted parent who needs to hear these confessions. Sometimes, just knowing you're not alone in the bathroom floor breakdown is enough to get you through one more night.